Hey everyone, today I'm going to be going over your Module 6 practice test. I'm going to break it into two parts, so I'm going to solve all of the equations first, and then do the word problems in the second half of the test in a separate video. As you can see on this first page, I already have the lines drawn down, all of the equal signs, and the variables highlighted. Highlighting or boxing the variable is not going to be as necessary for the test, but I do expect the line to be down the equal sign. So in number 1, I'm going to undo x plus 7 by doing minus 7 on both sides. So x is equal to 8. I can check my solution by doing 8 plus 7, and 8 plus 7 does equal 15. In number 2, I'm going to divide by 6 on both sides. So I get x equals 12, and I can check by doing 6 times 12. 6 times 12 is 72. In number 3, I'm going to add 10 to both sides. So I get x equals 27.5. If I do 27.5 minus 10, I get 17.5. In number 4, I'm undoing division, so I'm going to multiply on both sides. So when I multiply by 5, on the left-hand side, I'm doing 5 over 1, so that x is left over, and then 5 times 20 is 100. And then to check my solution, I can do 100 divided by 5, and 100 divided by 5 equals 20. For number 5, I am first going to multiply on both sides to undo division. So I'm going to multiply by 5 over 1. So this means that I'm left with 2x on top. That's going to come down into the next step. And then 5 times 30 is 150. And then I'm going to divide by 2, and I get x equals 75. To check this one, I am going to do 2/5 times 75 over 1, and I want to know if that equals 30. Well, I can do my cross canceling. This is 15, so 30 is equal to 30. So that one does check out. In the next one, I'm going to show how to solve the fraction ones in a little bit different way. I'm going to do the fraction all at once. So here I'm going to multiply by 3 over 5 on both sides. So I have to turn this 25 into a 25 over 1. So these cancel, and I'm left with x. And then over here, I'm going to cross cancel. So this becomes a 5, and this becomes a 1. So 3 times 5 is 15. And I can check it the same way that I did in the last one. So 5 over 3 times 15 over 1 is equal to 25. So these cancel, and I get 25 equals 25. In number 7, I'm going to divide on both sides. So if I divide by 7, I get x equals 12, and 7 times 12 is 84. For number 8, I'm going to add 15.5 to both sides. And I get x equals 35.5. 35.5 minus 15.5 is 20. For number 9, I'm going to multiply by 6. So I'm multiplying by the number that's in the denominator. And here I get x equals 87. And 87 divided by 6 is 14.5. For number 10, I'm going to subtract 12.5 from both sides, and I get y equals 1, and 1 plus 12.5 is 13.5. Number 11 is very similar to number 9, except instead of writing the t on top of the fraction, they've written the t off to the side and expressed the division as 1 over 6. So I'm actually going to multiply by 6 on both sides again here. And when I cancel this out, because there's a 1 on top, I don't have to write it. So I can just write t equals 36. Number 12, I'm going to solve like number 6. So I'm going to multiply by 3 over 7 on both sides. So this becomes 21 over 1. So the 3 over 7 and the 7 over 3 cancel, and I'm left with x. And then here I'm going to have a 3 on top and a 1 on the bottom. So I get x equals 9. And if I wanted to check, I could do 7/3. Change colors really quick. I can do 7 over 3 times 9 over 1. Does that equal 21? Yes, 21 equals 21. For number 13, I'm going to multiply by 8 on both sides. So x equals 136. And 136 divided by 8 is 17. In number 14, I'm going to divide by 4 on both sides. And I get x equals 2.75. Remember, it is okay to use a calculator to get that decimal answer. In number 15, I'm going to subtract 18.8 from both sides. And I get 11.4. In number 16, I'm going to multiply by 4 over 9. So this is 27 over 1. So these cancel, and I'm left with x. This becomes a 3, and this becomes a 1, so x equals 12. To check the fraction 1, 9 over 4 times 12 over 1 is equal to 27. So these cancel, and 27 equals 27. In number 17, I'm going to add 32 to both sides. So 47 is equal to x. In number 18, I'm going to multiply by 4 over 3. So these all cancel, and I'm left with h equals. This top becomes a 13, the bottom becomes a 1, and 13 times 4 is 52. To show my check on the fraction 1 again, I'm going to do 3 over 4 times 52 over 1. And does that equal 39? 52 divided by 4 is 13, and 13 times 3 does equal 39. So those ones do work. I'm showing the check on the fraction ones to show you how the multiplication of the fractions does simplify to that number on the other side. So number 19, I'm going to multiply by 7 over 24 on both sides. So these all cancel, and I'm left with g. This becomes a 1, and this becomes a 2. So I can leave it as 7 over 2, or I can do it as the decimal answer 3 over 5. In number 20, I'm going to add 3.45 to both sides. So I get x equals 13.95. In number 21, I am going to divide by 72. Remember that you're dividing by the number next to the variable. So here I do get 0.5 is equal to x. In number 22, I'm going to multiply by 4.25 on both sides. So x equals 21.25. In number 23, I am going to multiply by 5 over 17. So these all cancel, and I'm left with j. This becomes a 2, this becomes a 1, so j equals 10. And then in number 24, I'm going to multiply by 10 over 9. So these all cancel, and x equals 90. Okay, this is the end of the equations portion of the practice test. In the next video, I will be doing the word problems and the inequalities.